It was one of the biggest decisions that any president has ever made. 75 years ago today, in the final days of World War II, President Harry Truman ordered the dropping of an atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima. It was carried out in a bid to end the war and avoid the loss of further American lives. It was a decision that Harry Truman said he never regretted.
Just 10 weeks after the defeat of Nazi Germany, President Truman toured the ruins of Berlin. That very day in the New Mexico desert, the atomic age began. This successful test of the first atomic bomb gave the president a powerful new weapon in the war against Japan. Truman was in Berlin for a summit with Great Britain and the Soviet Union, the Potsdam Conference. It was here that the president got the news of the successful test and where he reviewed the final list of proposed targets before giving the go-ahead to drop the atomic bomb. Truman saw the bomb as an alternative to a massive invasion of Japan, which was planned for that fall. The often suicidal determination of the Japanese to keep fighting could have meant extremely heavy casualties on both sides. Japan was given an ultimatum: surrender unconditionally or face destruction. Japan refused. Truman headed home, crossing the Atlantic aboard the USS Augusta. On the Pacific island of Tinian, a B-29 bomber took off carrying a single bomb, which it dropped over the city of Hiroshima at 8:15 in the morning on August 6, 1945.
It is an atomic bomb. The force from which the sun draws its power has been loosed against those who brought war to the Far East.
More than 80,000 people were killed. Tens of thousands were horribly burned and poisoned with radiation. The president again warned Japan, surrender or face what he called a reign of ruin. There was no reply, and so another atomic bomb was dropped on Japan. This time on Nagasaki. More than 40,000 people died there. Many more were injured. Finally, Japan gave up.
I deem this reply a full acceptance of the Potsdam Declaration, which specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan.
The war was over, and Harry S. Truman had not hesitated in using atomic bombs to end it, a decision he stood by for the rest of his life.
I made that decision in the conviction that it would save hundreds of thousands of lives, Japanese as well as American. The dropping of the atom bombs was the only sensible thing to do. It was the only thing to do. That bomb caused the Japanese to surrender, and it stopped the war. I don't care what the crybabies say now, because they didn't have to make the decision.